Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we have a BY Luffy mirror match for you. It's going to be a standard list on the left, piloted by Jason, and then that one please playing the Kuzan variant of BY Luffy here. So first turn, that one please finding the Three Brothers Searcher and then grabbing himself a baby Sabo here. And then looks like Jason's 3-Dawn turn, he just draws and passes, doesn't want to swing into life just yet. Just forcing that one please to rip his own life if he wants to start comboing off. But Hiyori being dropped on the 4-Dawn turn, looks like the Luffy was stacked on top. And then baby Luffy coming out in order to pump the leader up to 7 here. So Jason taking the first swing, pretty easy take there, but going down to 3 life apiece, and then dropping a Flampe to rip another life and drawing 1 card. So here Jason finds himself a baby Luffy. And passing turn once again to that one please here. So at this point it looks pretty tough on Jason just because the 5-drop Luffy isn't easily dealt with. I know that the Kuzan variant has an easier time dealing with larger bodies, but the standard build really needs the Sabos to defend themselves against these larger bodies. So yeah, and with another 5-drop Luffy coming down, looks like that one please is in a very commanding spot in this game here. So swinging in 5 at lead actually connects, and then another 8k swing at leader connects as well. So Jason here looks like he's in a really rough spot. Doesn't look like he has any Sabos in hand, and so even if he full combos with pieces in his hand, just really tough here. One small thing, I'm actually surprised he ditched the adult ace out of his hand early on, just because he could have ditched the Space Luffys if he were to put them in life anyways. But besides the point here, we're going back to that one please on his 7-Dawn turn, I believe. Ripping a life with the adult Luffy. Oh sorry, 8-Dawn turn. 8-Dawn was hiding there, but with the Luffy pumped up to 8 and no blockers on Jason's side, I imagine he just attaches all the Dawn here. Yep, and he does, swinging in super heavy, forcing Jason to have the counter, the 2Ks, or basically just rip apart his hand here. And it looks like Jason had the perfect amount of counter in his hand to get out of that one, but with the 2 geckos in his hand, essentially being dead cards at this point in the game, I'm not sure how Jason can come back from this one here. Yeah, so even though this is a long shot, I think his best bet would be to just swing in super heavy, hope for the best, and see if that one please is all bricked up or not. But it's really hard with only Garp and Flampe as his bodies on board. Just because if that one please counters out, he can also just full combo back. But it's looking rough here. So he actually opts to try to clear board here. Doesn't make too much of a difference, but yeah, Jason just scoops it up because the writing's on the wall for this game here. So Kuzan variant being able to take the first game here, And then going into the second game, let's see if Kuzan actually makes an appearance in this matchup here. But this time, that one please actually goes first, and Jason going second. That one please dropping the Garp down. And then Jason looks like he doesn't have any searchers in his hand, so he passes over. So that one please actually just swings in really early into Jason. I think his plan is to try to rush him down just like last game before he can get his combo pieces in hand. But Jason finding the Sabo means that he should be able to be protected if that one please decides to go super aggro here. So with 5 Dawn up, I think his best play would either be a Ivankov baby or Hiyori baby, but he starts off with a Flampe. I'm actually not sure if it's even worth to commit any babies at this point. And yeah, Kuzan coming down, being able to replace himself is so valuable. So Kuzan coming down, giving that one please some board presence. But since Jason did find that Space Luffy last turn, Kuzan wasn't sticking around for too long there. Playing out the Three Brothers Searcher and grabbing a baby Sabo to hand. And then that one please at 7 Dawn. He does find himself a Hiyori here. And then attaching a baby back to life. Oh, so he actually does a double stack play. I think he just wanted to put the blockers on board. But at that point, I think the Hiyori might have been redundant just because the Ivankov could have stacked it for him. But here, Jason full combos off on his side, being able to add the Sabos to life with his hero ability and then having the 2 Sabo babies in hand. So it's just doing a bunch of filtering here and then swinging in 11 at leader. So that one please actually takes this one. I think he just didn't want to commit any blockers just yet. But with his hand looks like a pretty big stack here, so I can't imagine he can't full combo here. But it is tough with 9 Dawn up. Won't be able to Gecko Morio play. So I wonder if he's just gonna try to swing super heavy or pump up his leader at least to keep himself protected. So here, actually unfortunate for that one please. Looks like he only had 1 adult to put into life with his hero ability. Feels really bad when a black yellow Luffy has to only add 1 adult, because that means that even though his leader is pumped only to 7, he now has no life to cushion any crackback from Jason's side. So with 5 Dawn remaining, I think he's just gonna swing super heavy into lead, which he does. 14k to lead. Jason doesn't want to waste the counter on that, and so he commits his Sabo blocker to defend himself there. So attaching 2 Dawn to his leader and then dropping a Garp finding a baby Luffy. Probably just going to be able to combo off out of his hand, just because I do see a lot of babies in Jason's hand. And then, yep, the Luffy being able to trade for the adult 5-drop, and then a second Luffy bringing out the Space Luffy and popping the Ivankov. So great value play from Jason, being able to get rid of a pesky blocker. And developing a really big board so he can swing in super heavy here, forcing the Sabo blocker from that one, please. And now next turn, that one, please, really needs to develop the Sabo blocker, otherwise he's pretty much cooked here. So Space Luffy has to pop himself for just a Garp, which is not the worst. It gives that one, please, a draw. But he hero abilities, dropping a Space Luffy and a Sabo to grave. And then here he kind of just speed runs the full combo. Space Luffy drawing a card after popping Garp, and then Sabo drawing 2 and filter 2. So 11k at leader. Jason's just able to drop a 2k and 1k counter to get out of that one. So here Jason answers with his own Gecko play, I am assuming. Both Luffy's at 10 Dawn. Oh, he actually doesn't opt for the Gecko play. I kind of like this play more just because with the ace coming down and pumping his leader up to 9, if he has the baby Luffy, which I think he does in his hand, he's able to get off a bunch of swings into leader right away, just because with the extra Dawn available, he can assign it to the ace to actually swing into a 9k leader. And so here he swings in 9 with the Luffy, 10 with the ace, and then 11 with his leader here. So with this play here, Jason essentially ripped out 4 cards out of the BY Luffy's hand. But I wonder... Yeah, so at this point, I think that one, please, really just needs to clear board to secure the game here. I do see that he has a Gecko and a Kuzan in hand. Not sure what the other 2 cards are, but if he full combos with Gecko, he would need to overlay his Sabo in order to try to reblock her up and pump his leader up to 9. But honestly, it looks like he's counting his Dawn to try to close out the game here. But with Jason having 2 cards left, I can't imagine that none of those are counters. So yeah, very risky play. And he goes 10k to lead, which gets punished right away here. 11k to lead, has the 2 counters. Jason didn't even have to commit his Sabo blocker to stay alive there. Yeah, and then at this point, it's really just GG's. So the 2 decks being able to split 1 and 1. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.